Good morning, Spirit, or good morning, Collective, pardon me, and Spirit. Welcome back to my channel. It's Ali here from Star.Spirit with a daily message from the universe for Saturday, September 10th, 2022. Okay, so let's jump right in here and take a look at what Spirit has for us with messages here. Anything for us, Spirit? Okay. We have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Interesting. Let's take a look at what that is about. Okay. Spirit, can we get some more details? Oh, that was fast. Okay. So we have one detail that came out. Ooh, okay. 5 of Wands. Okay, conflict. Spirit, can we get a few more details here from the Minor Arcana and the Tarot deck? What is this situation about? King of Cups. Interesting. I get about 3 more cards, please, Spirit. Oh, one almost came out there. Okay, let's see. Oh, almost flipped. Ooh, okay. 9 of Wands there. 2 of Swords. Oh, almost. What's this one? Oh, and the High Priestess. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Swords. Interesting. The fastest moving knight here out of all of the 4 knights in the deck. Okay, let's take a look. So we have the 5 of Wands, King of Cups. Okay, we have some more wands here. Interesting. 9 of Wands with the 2 of Swords and the High Priestess. Okay, so we have one major arcana with the High Priestess here, and then all the 4 that are laid out prior to this one are minor arcana. So let's start with the 5 of Wands here. Now, it's interesting because the 5 of Wands, as you know, as many of you know that are subscribed to my channel here, the first card is kind of like the starting point, and then the subsequent cards, I take them to mean a few different things, but usually I do see a progression throughout the story for the collective, and then the last card is kind of like the advice or the final outcome. So it's interesting that we have working through fears, new moon in Scorpio, but then we also start with a conflict card here with the 5 of Wands, okay? And this is conflict in more personal relationships, so it wouldn't necessarily be with strangers or even acquaintances. It's usually family or friends, people in your life that are closer to you, okay, and can kind of really push those buttons and hit those triggers, and then you react, right, and vice versa. Okay, so I see right now your situation is riddled with conflict, okay, riddled with arguments. And the universe is saying that there's something here that you're afraid to either speak up about, okay, or you're afraid to take the next step forward. So we'll get some clarity on this in a moment here. But with the King of Cups, I find this interesting because the King of Cups is all about going with the flow and more about being in tune with emotions and being quite warm as well. So it's interesting that we have the King of Cups next to the conflict card because perhaps this is what is going on around you, but this is where you want to be. Okay, so you want to be in an area where you feel peaceful, regardless of the conflict that's going on around you. And you want to bring some clarity and some stability emotionally to the situation here. Okay, so whatever's going on around you, you're not necessarily taking it personally. Okay, here with the 9 of Wands in reverse, because in the upright, the 9 of Wands means like watching your back, watching out for people maybe gossiping about you or talking about you. But in the reverse, it is opposite. And next to the 2 of Swords here, you're not too caught up in the gossip that's going on around you, and you know that whatever conflict this is, it actually has nothing to do with you, and it's more so others projecting their own beliefs and experiences onto you, which is not necessarily a negative thing. It is part of the human experience here. Yeah, very interesting. Like I said, the conflict that's going on around you, you're actually quite stable through it with your emotions. You're not feeling like anyone's personally attacking you, okay? You're not feeling betrayed, and you're not feeling like there's a lot of thoughts or experiences that you're having within this conflict that you need to reminisce over and ruminate over, okay? It's not black and white. That's what you're definitely noticing. It's not black and white. But there is an issue in how to move forward from this conflict, because it seems like with the cards here, even though you're stable with what's going on and you're trying not to let it affect you, that the conflict is still ongoing. And it's very interesting as well with the High Priestess here, because the High Priestess is all about intuition, okay, following how you feel, regardless of your 3D environment right now. And with the work through your fears, like I said, there may be something that you're not wanting to say. Okay, maybe perhaps you don't even want to be involved in this conflict, and that's your stance on it. So let's get some clarity here. Spirit, can I get 5 cards of clarity to overlay this first row here? Okay, work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Oh, we have quite a few. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have Page of Wands, the Fool, Major Arcana, over the King of Cups. The Hermit, another Major Arcana. Knight of Wands in reverse, interesting. And then we have Ace of Cups. Okay, what do we have at the bottom of the deck? Oh, fantastic. We have Justice, okay. So I'll put the bottom of the decks to the side here. So we have Justice and the Knight of Swords. So as you know, what I like to do, whenever there's any kind of blurriness in the reading, where maybe we get the general sense as a collective, but the details aren't quite there, I do like to overlay with a different deck to bring in confirmation for the reading, okay? So we have again, the 5 of Wands and overlaid by the Page of Wands, okay? So it's interesting because this conflict with the Page of Wands together does mean that there's new knowledge that needs to be brought to this particular conflict, okay, in order for it to move forward here. Okay. And with the Fool, another Major Arcana, on top of the King of Cups here, the universe is letting you know that it does recognize that you are bringing love to this particular situation, okay? You're not trying to control the outcome here. You're controlling yourself, okay? Because the Fool is all about new adventures and unknown territory, okay? So you're not sure how this conflict is going to pan out, which is a reasonable stance to take, right? We can't predict the future, although in certain circumstances, we definitely, as a collective, would like to. And with the 9 of Wands here in reverse, we do have the Hermit, okay? So again, instead of getting caught up with the upright position here, instead of getting caught up with feeling betrayed or being gossiped about, pardon me, you're creating that boundary and you're taking time for yourself, again, to not get involved in whatever this conflict is here. It's a great attitude to have in most cases, right? There are some cases where maybe more communication is needed, but it seems like this conflict, again, is happening around you and indirectly, and you're indirectly involved, okay? And then interesting with the 2 of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands in upright is all about like celebration, okay? Fast-moving celebration and joy. But it seems like all of the options that are presented that you're detached from, they don't seem like good options in solving this conflict, or viable options in solving this conflict. It actually might, the options that are being presented around you might actually be making this conflict worse, okay? Very, very interesting. And then with the Ace of Cups, we have, again, the reminder from the universe to bring in love to the situation, okay, based on your intuition. So even though this conflict is going on around you and there doesn't seem to be a viable solution to this conflict right now, the universe is reminding us that it's okay not to have, at this moment in time, it's okay not to have a particular outcome in mind. If you're a bit confused about what's going to happen, it's okay not to necessarily dwell in that, because when we bring love to a situation, we're showing love for ourselves, first of all, okay, with the Ace of Cups here, but we're also allowing our intuition to more so guide us to the answer, okay? It is something that Abraham Hicks does talk about on her channel as well on YouTube. If you'd like to look her up, I'll put a link below in the description. But problems don't just arise in our life. When the problem manifests in our 3D life, there's also the solution that manifests. Okay, we just need to use our intuition to guide us to that particular solution. And that is what the universe is reminding us here with the High Priestess, Major Arcana, and the Ace of Cups. That we continue to bring love to the situation and calm to the situation, and a solution will present itself. So with the work through the fears, New Moon in Scorpio, what I'm getting with all of the cards now is that balance will definitely be restored to this particular situation. And at the same time, the universe is giving you advice, collective, that the fear that this might not come to a natural solution, that is something that you can release and let go of. Because there will be a solution that will come about that will end this particular conflict. Very interesting. Spirit, can we get some more clarity? Is this a personal conflict or career conflict? So with maybe co-workers, family, or friends. What is the level of personal connection to this conflict, or the people in this conflict, rather? Oops. Oh, okay, we have one. Ooh, okay, and then we have two that wanted to come out as well. Okay, so we have the Emperor, the Three of Swords, and oh, was that on the bottom of the deck for this one too? Did I? Oh, okay, yes. So we have the Three of Swords actually coming up twice as a surrounding energy, okay? So it's definitely something personal. Definitely something more personal, you guys. Okay. So it could be someone, either family or friends. It looks like a male character. Either you could be a male character or the conflict could be surrounding a male character, okay? The Emperor is usually someone that has quite a good head on their shoulders, but can also be quite cold and quite reserved in the communication, okay? And with the Three of Swords and the Four of Wands, it's definitely someone close to you. So it could be a best friend, could be a father figure, a brother figure, is what I'm getting. Because the Three of Swords indicates deep heartbreak, okay, and deep betrayal. And with the Four of Wands in the upright is usually, it's usually a celebration card, and it can do with marriage and families and being community events, right? So this is someone that looks like is in your family or your friendship group, and it's someone that you could have just recently been at a celebration with, or you wanted to celebrate certain events with, and now that's no longer going to be the case because of this conflict here. Wow, interesting. Okay. Thank you for that clarity, Spirit. So it's nothing to do with work. It looks like it's to do with family or friends here. Very close relationship. Could even be friends that you consider family as well. Let's take a look. What is the final advice, Spirit, for the collective here? What's the final advice for the collective? Oh, let's take a look. Interesting. We have surrender to the divine, full moon. So like I said, work through your fears, but release any expectations of what the outcome could be or trying to force the solution, because the solution is going to naturally come about in this situation once you listen to your intuition and bring love with the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups to this particular situation. Alrighty, collective. Good luck to whoever this is for. I definitely hope that all this conflict kind of works out in your best interest as well as those who are involved in the situation as well. If you do, if this does resonate with you, please leave a comment below, and you can also like and subscribe to my channel. That way you can see whenever I post a new reading, and you can be the first of the collective to be able to get a look at all my daily readings as well as my weekly readings that are posted on Thursdays. So let's see if for tomorrow's energy, whether or not this situation picks up, we get some more clarity, more so towards how it's going to end, okay, or if it'll be a brand new energy for the collective coming in for Sunday's reading here. Interesting. Okay, yes, good luck. And thank you so much for coming to tune into my channel here. Again, my name is Allie, and this is Star Spirit. I hope to see you all again, and have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Take care.